And yes, it's the Peugeot 207 GTI. I actually bought this car 1 month ago, and after 1 month of owning it, in short, I freaking love it. Now let's get to the question that many of you are asking right now, like why did I buy this car? Like, I have the Toyota Corolla T-Sport, which is an amazing little car for track days. I have the Lexus for travel and for comfort. So why did I end up with this car as well? Now, what I do along with plenty of car guys, even though we have the car that we love, we always like go to the car used market just to see like what's up, are there any good deals, and that's what happened here. Since I have a strong passion for going on track days, in my free time I was trying to find cars that are great on the track while not costing so much. For this car I paid 2,800 euros. For this GTI that is 2009 year, and in this very good condition, I think it's a bargain. This car was imported from Switzerland, which is great because they really, you can see that this car is very well kept. And one important thing is that this is my first turbo car. This car having 260 Newton meters of torque, this is a really good car for doing groceries and like just short drives. Along with being like only 4 meters long, it's a really good car for city. So that's another big reason why I bought it. And yes, I can hear you scream like how this engine is unreliable. Yes, this sophisticated 1.6 direct injection engine has a few problems, common problems with them, but we'll see in the course of my ownership. Because again, I've said in the previous videos, I don't drive cars a lot. Yearly I do like maximum 2,000 kilometers on my car, which is like nothing. And I am gonna take it on a track day because this car is pretty impressive when it comes to track day performance. For example, it beats the Clio RS from the same generation. I know it has potential, like with turbo cars. Probably later on I'm gonna probably do a chip tuning. Now about the car styling, I think it's a really nice looking car. And even if it's 10 years old, it still looks modern when I park it next to a brand new car. Like, it has those chrome stuffs like here and here. So bravo to Peugeot for going all out and to keep the styling still fresh. And I have to show you the back of the car because I think it's even prettier than the front. It's so aggressive, it's so compact. These windows are tinted from the factory, which is pretty nice. And I like the color as well. Like, it really makes the car feel even more premium than in red or white. And this spoiler is pretty cool as well. And this is the original exhaust. About the wheels, this is the 17-inch alloy wheels that are only for GTI. Look at the brakes, they are like huge. Like, when I saw it, like, it's bigger than my Lexus, bigger than my Toyota. It's crazy. For this little car that weighs 1,200 kilos, like this car has a pretty good stopping power. Anyway, let's go to the interior. And this is the 208 GTI's interior, and I really love the design. It's keeping with the exterior. It still looks modern, although of course with the material, like, don't expect like high quality materials. It's still a 10-year-old small Peugeot, but honestly, like, I'm actually surprised that it's not that bad if you ask me. Like, this is a nice material. It's not like a raw plastic, cheap plastic, and they did that for the like where you put your elbows. It's not a high quality interior, but it's a very well thought interior. Now let's start with the steering wheel. I like the styling of it. It's a bit bigger steering wheel than the usual ones. When you grab it, it's really comfortable in your hand. That's one big positive. And also what I like about this wheel is that you can adjust forward and backward, so you can get a much better seating position. Coming up to the gauges, it's a really nice thing from Peugeot that they included the oil temperature as well. And I like the chrome around the gauges. Again, it makes this car look more modern. Now onto the seats. Now these are not like original GTI seats. I don't know why this didn't have the Recaro seats. It still has very big bolsters, and it's holding you very good. But I would still, like, at some point I will buy the Recaro seats because I've sat in them and they are like out of this world how good they are. Also, what this GTI has that plenty of them don't is the the panorama. Like it's such a good experience. Like I don't like the sunroofs, but this one is so easy to do, and it's such a simple solution. This glass is tinted a little bit, so even if the sun is right above you, it's not gonna make the cabin so hot. And I like how it's starting so early, not like here in most cars. This car is actually equipped with a JBL sound system, so it sounds actually very good. Like for this type of car, it sounds amazing. It has the dimming for the rear view mirror. You can fold the side mirrors. Next up, you have the cruise control. It has the sensor for auto wipers. You have the rear parking sensors. Also, I love these aluminum pedals and the gear knob. The gear knob, like I always loved the ball-shaped gear knobs. And it goes to gears very smoothly and like without any hesitation. And although they are long throws, it feels nice to change them. Now, speaking of fuel economy, I was shocked. This is a sports car with 175 horsepower, but in city I'm managing 7 liters per 100 kilometers, which is pretty good. I know it's a smaller engine and it has the turbo to help it out, but still a big thumbs up for Peugeot. I don't feel the need to show you how big the trunk is, but just quickly, it's actually pretty good for this small car, although I can't fit in the rear seats. But what cool feature this car has, you can open this glass, and it's pretty good thing for track days. You just open that to get some ventilation. As you can see, it's very tight back there. Another thing that I have to show you that blew me away when I saw it is how big the glove box is. Now be prepared. Look at how deep that is. And it's also a cooled glove box, so you can put your drinks there and it's gonna stay cool. Overall, it's very nice interior. Next up, before I drive, let's have a quick look under the bonnet. I went to see other 207 GTIs before I bought this one, and this one to me felt the most kept one. Yes, the plastic here is missing, but that's the only thing. There's no like oil here. I didn't see any major oil leaks, and yeah, pretty small engine. Again, I know it has problems, but during the idling, I didn't hear any like rattling noise. Like it sounds very healthy, let's say. But being a Peugeot, one benefit is that there's a lot of parts for it, because Peugeot and BMW joined forces to make this engine, and that's why you will see this engine in Citroens, Peugeots, BMWs and Minis. So finding parts are not gonna be such a hassle, and it's not gonna break your wallet so much. And here I am driving the 207 GTI, and my first impression is that the suspension is really stiff, as you'll see now. Like it really, you can feel every bump, but at the same time, when the asphalt is very smooth, then you have such amazing control over your car. The steering wheel is very precise and it's very light steering. It feels like you're playing a game. I would more prefer the heavier steering, but for city driving, I think it's okay. I'm not gonna bash it so much. Next up is the gearbox, and like I said previously, it's so nice to change gears. I don't hear so many rattles, if any at all. It's a really spacious car, like there's storage everywhere, and you get in and get out of the car so easily. Also, this windshield, like it goes so far forward that it's a very nice feeling. Like it feels like it's a bigger car than it actually is. Everything is so unique. For example, the side mirrors are so close to me, but I know why. It's because of this little window here. It gives you a very good visibility, and when you want to drive spiritedly, it acts like a little go-kart. Like that's how I feel about it. Like I sit so low. I don't know. Like it's such a small weapon, and I really love that. When it comes to acceleration, it's a fast car. It's a twin scroll small turbo, so it has torque on the lower RPMs, but it gives you all the horsepower you need in the higher RPMs as well. And that is already 80 kilometers per hour. The throttle response is also very quick because of that little turbo. There is a very little turbo lag, which is good because I got used to the naturally aspirated sports cars. I wasn't expecting to love this car this much, but this is an amazing little machine. So to keep the story short, I love driving this car. It's an easy car to drive. It has a very good speakers to enjoy. It has this the big panorama sunroof, and when you want to drive spiritedly, you will have a blast. I hope you're as excited as I am to get to know this car, to tell you all the pros and cons, and to see how reliable it is. Because some people say they are very unreliable, and some people like tune them up. We'll see how it copes in my hands, so stay tuned for more videos about this amazing car. Bye!